Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to silly season. And silly season is dangerous. Yep, that's right. We are at peak hurricane season, and we've got at least 3 areas that pose a danger. We've got Invest 94L, which is going to hit Texas as a tropical storm or a hurricane. We've got this thing right here, which models keep showing, hitting North Carolina and possibly the northeast coast. And then we've got the one on the bottom here that comes in low and tight and needs to be watched very carefully. All right. I am your planetary defense commander, and every single month I do a fundraiser to keep THORnews up and running. So if you'd like to contribute, keep me doing what I do, I got a mailbox, a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron, and only $486 left to raise. Any contributions would be greatly appreciated. All right, let's start out with the information we're pretty certain on, and that is the fact that coastal Texas and parts of Louisiana will be getting 5 to 7 inches of rain over a multi-100-mile swath. And the yellow indicates up to 15 inches. And I would not be surprised if some areas got more than 20 inches, because whatever the storm will be, tropical storm or hurricane, is going to be slow moving, and it's going to move up the entire coast. So prepare now, if you can. We are watching as the low is over the Bay of Campeche right now. It will eventually move off of there into the Gulf of Mexico, where the waters are really hot and wind shear will be pretty low. The only thing we really have going for us is dry air. And I want to say right now, I wouldn't rule out a Category 2 hurricane possible, because we have seen the storms in the Gulf of Mexico get stronger right before landfall. So prepare for the worst and pray for the best. All right, right now we're looking at the very latest GFS model run, and you'll see our low develop. It will move up the coast. It will hit Texas. It's probably a tropical storm or a hurricane. And then days after that, you have a tropical storm, possible hurricane, move into the northeast coast. The latest model run shows a second tropical storm forming and hitting the east coast. Whether or not that will happen, I do not know. But I do know that in the next 10 days, we definitely have the chance of getting hit with 2 cyclonic features. One being in Texas and Louisiana, and the other being in North Carolina and the northeast or north coast or east coast. So that this is a very serious situation. And yeah, the next 10 to 14 days are going to be really, really, really crazy. And then models do continue to spin up that lower orange area as a potentially problem for around the 24th of the month. So we've got this one a problem on the 14th, this one a problem on about the 18th, and then this one down here problem on the 24th. So that is a jacked and loaded 2 weeks. And that doesn't even count all the other stuff like severe weather unrelated to those storms, which this is tomorrow night. You'll need to watch out for tornadoes, straight line winds, and hail. You've got wildfires that continue to rock the west coast of the United States of America. You've got serious volcano activity and action happening in Mexico, Popocatépetl. And so buckle up. Just like the second half of August was super duper wild and crazy, we expect the second half of September to be super duper wild and crazy. And so we're watching them one at a time. But yeah, this is definitely going to cause some major problems in Texas, with a lot of square footage of rain that will be over hundreds of miles from Texas all the way up into Louisiana. And this whole event is about, 60 to 70 hours out. You can start to see it creep up here. This is the mixed precipitation over 48 hours projection of rainfall. And you can see that starting soon, that's when Texas will be getting hit with a lot of rain, even before the tropical storm or hurricane makes landfall. And the thing is, definitely wind will probably not be the biggest dangerous factor with this. It will be heavy rainfall, because tropical storms that move slow have potential to just drop tons of rain. Just like, remember Hurricane Harvey? Although I don't think there's any way this is going to drop 50 inches, because it's not going to stay over one spot for 3 days. but it is going to move slowly up the coast. And also remember, a lot can change in the next 60 to 70 hours. This thing may continue to shift towards Louisiana. This thing could shift to the west and stay more overland, giving it less time to form. This thing could stay in the Gulf, and so we could see some type of rapid intensification features. So it's really, really best to just pay attention if you're along the coast. Yeah, models have it going anywhere from Brownsville up into Louisiana on landfall. And most of the models we've seen take it along the coast, have it ride the coast, and then go up and in with a pattern fashion kind of like this. And so this is definitely a serious situation that will need to be continually monitored to the 72 hours leading up to it. And you know, I'll be here for y'all doing that because this is my full-time job. And if you would like to make a contribution to keep THORnews up and running, and so I can make my own preparations ahead of the storm since I'm in Houston, you can send a contribution to my mailbox, my PayPal, my Venmo, my CashApp, my Patron. Only $486 left to raise for my September fundraiser. Thank you to everybody in the Asteroid Fight Club. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to everybody that's awesome out there. Let's get ready for a wild end of 2021. All right, stay cool, everyone, and I'll talk to y'all soon.